What's going on, guys? Jackson here from Vendetta Sports Media, and thanks for watching this episode of our 2022 NBA offseason guide for all of the NBA teams. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new episode drops. Also, check the link down in the description below. There you can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and also our TikTok. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors might be one of the oddest teams to gauge coming into the 2022 offseason. Over recent years, they've lost key players from their championship run in Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry, but have had several players like Fred VanVleet and OG Anunoby that have really stepped up in a big way for them. The roster might not look sexy, but along with some Nick Nurse magic, it was good enough for 5th out East this past year. How close are the Raptors to returning to title contention? Could a solid 2022 offseason set Toronto up for future success? Let's take a look and see. As I've said, the roster may not be filled with hot and sexy names, but it is filled with players that do their jobs and do them well. Pascal Siakam sometimes plays up to his $30+ million annual salary, but there is still some time for him to get better, and there are occasions where, like I said, he does live up to his name and his salary. So he's definitely worth holding on at least until the final year of his contract and maybe try to move off of him, but for now, definitely hang on to him. Gary Trent Jr. is an amazing defender who really just needs to work on his all-around offensive game, but can still drop a hefty amount of points on you if you don't keep him in check. Youngsters like Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, and Malachi Flynn all look extremely promising and are poised for massive leaps going into next season. I really do like this roster. There's just something missing. Most of what is missing is rim protection. While a lot of bigs have occasionally been played off the court this past postseason, the general rule of thumb, even with today's positionless and smaller lineups, a rebounding big who can protect the rim is vital towards a team's success. The Raptors don't have much in the way of cap space, but they do have around a $10 million mid-level exception that could entice a veteran for a year, 2 years or so. Honestly, now don't laugh at this, someone like JaVale McGee would be a big boost for Toronto in this department. McGee is getting up there in age and has served more as a backup in recent years. I really do think that McGee may jump at the opportunity to be a starter once again, and like I said, take that $10 million mid-level exception. Recently, reports have come out that the Raptors could be opening to trading Anunoby. If that is the case, there is one player that could fix a lot of Toronto's problem: Miles Turner. This will not be the last you hear me bring up Miles Turner in these off-season guides. Trust me. Besides interior defense and rebounding, three-point shooting is another need for the Raptors. Turner is a fix to all three of those problems. And Anunoby is the type of player that a team like the Indiana Pacers would jump at. The Pacers are in a weird spot of trying to acquire young talent / picks and not rebuild at the same time. Toronto can take advantage of that. Yes, Anunoby is a good player, but if Achiuwa can continue to develop and Siakam plays up to his contract, that will make up for the loss of Anunoby. There aren't a lot of really good guards in free agency, at least not ones that I would say would be worth a $10 million investment or that really push the Raptors over the edge with the way that the roster's constructed right now. Pat Connaughton and Brian Forbes are options that could help in bettering the three-point shooting situation, and the Raptors could sign one of those guys and take a guard at 33 in the draft. There might be some better options out there, but Connaughton and Forbes are good catch and shoot guys, and if you can get them shooting at a high percentage doing just that and they stick to that role, then signing either one of those guys would be a positive. The 2022 offseason could be pivotal for the Raptors. They have a solid foundation. They just need one player, just one player, that fits perfectly with this team, and they could move over the top and be in title contention once again. And not just next year, but the right player with the right age, Nick Nurse at the coach, the way this roster is built right now, they could be contention for the next 5 years or so. I fully do believe that, and I have that much trust in Nick Nurse's coaching abilities. Toronto is definitely a team to keep an eye on this offseason and into the future. Maybe we see some movement around draft night. Maybe instead of going out and getting an established player, they try to go young again, have the mixture of rookies and vets. But I guess we'll just have to wait a few more weeks when the NBA draft rolls around to see. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our 2022 NBA offseason guides. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe to the channel, then please hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new episode drops. This is Jackson Law from Vendetta Sports Media, signing off, and I will see you guys next time.